Hello to my beautiful Scorpios. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Empress Energy Magic. I am Empress Energy. We are checking in on you and your person's connection. We're going to get you guys some answers if you need them. Just keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. And be sure also to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. There may be messages and guidance for you pertaining to your connection there as well. I do welcome cross watchers, you guys, so whether you are the Scorpio or your person's a Scorpio, this reading is definitely still for you. And if you're interested in booking a personal private reading with me, please check the description box below for booking details. They're only $25 and I email them to you. So affordable and convenient. Okay, let's just get started with Scorpio. Scorpio, the Scorpio collective and their person. What's the overall energy between my Scorpios and their person in this connection? What's the overall energy of this connection between my Scorpio collective and their people? What is going on between my Scorpio people and their person in this connection? We got depression, traps, and spell work. Okay, I was hearing, actually I looked over at my journal and I just saw the word manifested, and then I got this message that you guys need to be careful about what you are concentrating on because you are in the process of creating it, okay? So, take that as it resonates. So we got depression, trapped, and spell work. Okay, let's go ahead and get your energy and then their energy. Let's get your energy and their energy. Now that one to come out. All right. Okay. Well, you're definitely seeing the potential with this connection. You see the potential, but you are very confused. You know there's a decision you have to make. You may be dealing with an Aquarius, or you may have Aquarius in your aspects in your chart. They may have Aquarius aspects in their chart. We also have Taurus coming through quite a bit. What is their thoughts and feelings towards the viewer in this connection? All right. Whatever's happening between this connection, you guys, they're not really happy with it. Okay, mutual energy coming out is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Neither one of you are really happy with where this connection is at right now. I am picking up on a separation and or a divorce, like the two of you are not together. I'm not really seeing absolute no contact, although, you know, if that is, oh, look at this. Oh, you got both of y'all, okay? This energy up here is kind of like, this is mutual, because look at the mutual energy down here. We got the Ace of, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then we also have the Eight of Swords. So on your end, viewer, you know there's a decision here that needs to be made, but you're very unclear as to what it needs to be. Because you can still see the potential, and I think you're still holding on to that. You're still holding on to the potential of what you know this connection could be. But on your person's side, as far as their energy goes, The imbalance here may be that their views of what and how a relationship should be feel very non-traditional, out, like out of the box, especially, and maybe not so. It could just very well be that their views and traditions as far as relationship goes just go against yours. There's an imbalance here as far as to, how they show up naturally in a relationship versus how you show up naturally in a relationship. And what's coming up, and this is just an example, but this is something that's coming up. So, for instance, your person could have this desire, they could have this sexual orientation where maybe they're bisexual, okay? And that, and they want to have they would thrive more in an open relationship, where the relationship or the marriage is sexually open. There are people out there that are just made like that, right? To me, I see it more as an orientation than anything else. It's just, and to want someone who has an orientation, of being with multiple partners would be the same thing as asking someone who is, attracted to the same sex to be with someone of the opposite sex, right? Now, of course, there are times when that may not be their orientation. It could be like an addiction type of thing where if they would heal the root, then they would be okay with being monogamous or whatever. But that's kind of the idea that I'm getting. Like, someone in this connection does better in an open, like a sexually open type of relationship, or maybe even polyamorous and stuff like that. And then the other person in this connection is more monogamous, just, one-on-one and no outside parties. And that's kind of what it feels like here. But neither one of you are really wanting to let go of this connection. But I just feel there's a fundamental difference in the way that your orientation versus their orientation is. It's going to cause a lot of, I was going to say problems, but damage is wanting to come out. Why is the eight of wands here for? Why is the eight of wands here? Okay. If you guys are in no contact or you haven't spoken for a while, okay? When I mean by a while, I don't mean no contact for me typically would be maybe a couple of weeks to, anything, a couple of weeks to a month. I'm getting a couple of weeks, but even still, that's just the most of the energy of the collective coming through. If you haven't heard from this person for a while, regardless, we'll throw timing out the window. Okay. I don't know why 2 weeks was coming up, but anyway, if you haven't heard from your person in a while, I do feel like they're going to be reaching out pretty soon. And with the eight of wands, I mean, maybe that's what the 2 weeks is for. They'll be reaching out sometime within the next couple of weeks. Okay. Because they can't fight not talking to you, or they can't, they're going to want to resolve a conflict, basically, is what's going on. Okay. But I'm also kind of that might be their intention, but it just might cause more conflict. Because this did not come out in reverse. The five of wands, didn't come out in the reverse, which would mean wanting to resolve a conflict. Okay. This feels like a really, really sticky situation. Both of you guys are in your head, but neither one of you are really wanting to be separate from each other. The nine of pentacles to me is like the singles person, the person that is single and loving it, or at least thriving, right? You don't necessarily have to love being single, but there's an energy that you're in where you are single and you are thriving. Neither one of you are really in that energy. It's more of you know, you're single and you don't want to be. You want to be together. And both of you are in your heads over what is happening in this connection. They are definitely not happy here with this Nine of Cups in reverse. This is not what they wanted. They don't want this separation from you. They don't want this conflict with you. They don't want this divide between you. But they're also, like, you are having a hard time wondering how this conflict can be resolved, because I do feel like there are some fundamental differences between the two of you. Okay, and that's why we have this trapped here, because it's like asking somebody who's, you know, it's like asking someone who's attracted to the same sex to, you know, be attracted to the opposite sex, or, you know, someone who has an orientation of being bisexual to not be bisexual. It's like you're, you know, if you're the monogamous one and you're asking them who has the orientation of being with multiple partners to be monogamous, it doesn't work like that for them, you know. Okay, so they're wanting to know, viewer, if they still have a chance. Maybe they came out to you about something. You know, maybe they told you they were, like, you know, bisexual, or they wanted to be in an open relationship, and, you know, that was the only way they were going to be able to, you know, be happy in any relationship, not just yours. And, you know, you're like, no, I can't do that. I know I messed up everything. Oh. They have a lot they want to say to you. I'm just going to take the ones that came out. Oh, that's too much. Oh my gosh. It says, I'm starting to understand our connection. I hide my feelings. I'm so attracted to you. I bury myself in work to forget you, and I replay our conversations over and over. Your person is so much in their heads about what is going on in this connection. This really carries the feeling like, it feels more of something along the lines of just they realized something about themselves, and they had to be authentic. They had to honor who they are authentically. And, you know, it doesn't feel, you know, like I said, this is general, so just take what resonates. It doesn't feel like they outright cheated or anything like that. It doesn't feel like that, although it could be true. You know, if that's your situation, that doesn't mean this isn't your reading. It's just not in the, you know, in the majority of the energy that's showing up here. But that's the feeling I'm picking up on. It doesn't feel like this person stepped out on the relationship. I think what this feels like is they came clean to you about what they are wanting, what they are needing. They're needing the sexual boundaries of this relationship to open up, and you're like, I ain't about that life. Right? You're like, you know, and now I'm in this, what the feeling I'm picking up from them, viewer, is that now they're kind of wanting to backtrack, like, well, now that they've maybe had some time to where they're not with you anymore, they're like, well, you know, maybe now they're second guessing, like, do I really need that in order to be happy? You know, because now they're realizing how unhappy they are in your continued absence. What's the outcome of this connection between my Scorpio collective and their people? All right, someone's going to take a risk here. So we got be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, heal, the chaser. All right, so I feel like, yeah, they're going to chase you. They're going to be very strategic about how they, okay, so yeah, with this 8 of Wands here, they are, I don't know if you have them blocked or if you're just restricting contacts somehow, but they're going to be very strategic about how they show up, okay? And yeah, with this things coming to light, adapt, change, heal, they may decide that, you know, whatever it was that they thought they couldn't, you know, they wouldn't be able to be happy without, I think what's happening here is they're going to come towards you, you know, with another revelation, like, you know, I thought viewer, I thought I wouldn't be able to be happy with, in a monogamous relationship, but being without you is just not going to work for me either. So it's like they're, yeah. In that instance, yeah, we got the Phoenix and talking. So they're going to try to figure out how they can overcome whatever this is. Overcome the desire to be with multiple people, if that's indeed the deal, or that's what it feels like for the majority of you. Like they're wanting to open up the relationship, basically. And it doesn't have to be something where, for some of you, I'm hearing like they want to open the relationship up just to like have threesomes or something. Like it doesn't have, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be a lifestyle change, but what they're wanting to do is like, you know what I mean? Like open up the relationship. Maybe not in a permanent way, but like to try different things. And they're kind of realizing here that, maybe the problem is them. Maybe it's a problem and not more of an orientation, because what they're looking at is, well, I can either have, my viewer, or I can have this stuff over here. And now that, and they may, in your absence, and I'm not saying that they did, but it's very possible they may have went and did some of this stuff over here, and then, but without you, there was no satisfaction in it. So they may have come to the conclusion that, that they don't actually need that. They're going to want to reach out here and try to talk this over because they love you unconditionally. I'm hearing they'll give up almost anything for you. Yeah. All right, Scorpio and cross watchers, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please be sure to smash that like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Also, be sure to comment below. Let me know what you thought. Share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. I will see you guys at your next reading.